Welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Tattoo. Yeah, it's really hot, guys. Hey, how about this? I decided that this one is going to stay with me for a while. Isn't it gorgeous? I just loved it. Out of the small collection that's just arrived and that I've worked upon, and we're now trying to upload them as much as we can. So give us time on that. And I'm sure that the right trio will find you, but just at the moment, yeah, great. Yeah, that's a tattoo. You can't even read it. The reason why is because I had it done in Thailand. If you're ever going to get a tattoo done, guys, if it's got any writing on, do me a favour. Do it in your own country. Trust me. It doesn't read anything, but it's okay. It's covering up a scar where I had an accident. And that was actually, this here is my one of my greatest lessons, experiences that I've digested and understood about time, and how time is an illusion, and how we have all been duped into believing that there is such something called time. We are the only creatures on this planet that work towards time and believe in time, and that it strangleholds us. And I've often said that deadline, you're on a deadline. What does that mean? Boop, 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 boop. Deadline. It brings you closer to death. And I can prove this. There's no such thing as death, of course, but you know what I mean. It brings you closer to the end of the point that you're... Well, does it bring you closer? Maybe it doesn't. You'll probably argue back and say, well, actually, Mark, if we're meant to be here for a certain time, then we go the time we go. True. Bang on. But for the time that you've got, how are you going to lead your life to the point you're going back? Are you going to lead your life in the energy of time? I'm late. And what does that do? As soon as you look at time, some people might say, oh, well, it's great because then we can meet each other at perfect time. But hang on. What is time? It's an illusion. It's man-made. We created it. It's an illusion. Okay, it's just an illusion. And when you say time, keeping time, these are all hijack words. Keeping time, deadline. It's all hijack words to make you fear and make you stressed and make you worried, and also actually keep you in slave mentality. And the best way of seeing this as well, this is a corker. When a young lad at 13, 15, 17, 18 just doesn't want to do anything at that time, you call him a bum, a lazy bum, right? What about that lad might need to heal from his suffering at school, where he had to get up in the morning, go to a prison with no bars, be told what he needs to digest, be programmed every day with nonsense, and then leaves there and ends up not knowing who he is because he never got any practical skills and any life lessons, none of those things that are absolutely important for the strength and the development of that child in so many ways. So yeah, leave your child alone, let him be, let him heal from the pain and suffering that he went through at school. So time, interesting, let's go back to it, eh? What happened here? I may have told this story a few times, but I'll tell it again because it's vital that we understand what time is and how we've been hijacked. We've been duped, folks. They've lied to us and they've manipulated us, and it's worked. Why? Because we work to feed the system, and the system becomes more powerful, and the greedier gets their bigger yachts and their beautiful islands, and they can laugh at us because they've got us with time. So there was a day that I was working in the Pure Energy Healing Academy and I had a phone call, and Shirley, I've often talked about Shirley, I point up to her. Shirley's in the spirit world now. She was one of my first mentors, not the first, but one of them. And she was a great teacher. Anyway, one day the awful news came that she got cancer. And I said, oh, Shirley, I'm so sorry. So she decided to go on a vegan diet, and she decided to go to Mexico and do different treatments. And she came back here, but it wasn't helping. Whatever the cancer was, it was... I think she might have even had an operation too, which is normally a nightmare because it spreads everything and it's normally too late then. So I don't know the details of it, but she asked me if I would come and give her healing sessions, and I said, of course I will. I was going down there various times and coming back again. I had a motorbike. I didn't have a car at that time, and I didn't have much money at all. But you know, it was important that I went down there. I was very busy, don't get me wrong, but a lot of my clients were getting free treatments. So I normally got there about 12 o'clock, or it might have been 2, something like that. Anyway, this one time, a client came who was in a terrible state. So I had to take longer, okay? So it took longer. She just lost a child. It was an awful situation. So we cuddled, I gave her a healing session, and then the time had flown by. And now, because Mark is somebody who believes in integrity, believes in if I say something, I do it, or I do it to the best, and because of my training, when I had 3 or 4 businesses, I expected people to be on time, and you know, the way we've been programmed, right? So I still had this program because it was the beginning, first 3 or 4 years of my healing journey, and I'm trying to unlearn and unprogram myself. And the day came where, like I said, I was a bit late, and I got onto the motorbike, and I thought, oh shit, and it might have been 11 o'clock. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. So, but I do know this. I drove down the mountain thinking, shit, I'm late. And even though there's no, you know, she's not going anywhere. What's wrong with you? But hey, you said you made a promise, get there. So as I'm driving down, I'm going a little bit faster because I'm thinking if I go a little bit faster, I might be able to catch up on time, right? Makes sense. Okay, but as I went round one roundabout, what I didn't realize is that morning it had rained in Spain. And a lot of people understand that when it rains in Spain for the first time, it brings up all the grease from all of the grease that's settled in. So it brings it up. No idea why, but it does. So of course I went round the roundabout and I flew off my bike because my bike went into a skid. I flew off and smashed my shoulder. And my shoulder here, all down here, I have a pin. Thank you to the amazing fixers. This is why I always say I have great admiration for doctors and for surgeons. Don't ever misinterpret me. There is at least 5%, 3 to 5% of that what we need there. It's just been hijacked, the rest of it. So they basically cut me from, as you can see, this is where it started, to here to here. It was meant to be a 1 hour, 20-minute operation. It ended up being over 4 hours. They put a metal plate down to, I can feel it actually, here. So I've got a plate from here to here with 9 pins all the way up. There's a big story about that. But where I'm coming to is this. Are you coming to for a cuddle? Come on then. Come on. Come on, come for a cuddle. Sorry, Lily's had a haircut and it was a birthday a couple of days ago, so okay, my little love. Yes, I love you, but no kissing on my lips ever because of parasites. You know. She's a good girl. And it's warm. Yeah, it's warm. We need to stop the world and we need to stop everybody from doing everything and flying. We need to stranglehold the whole of the world now because it's hot. Yeah, we'll use that, shall we? Just like we've used everything else in the past. To take away our freedoms and add more money towards energy and everything and blame everybody else and stranglehold humanity. You know what it is. You already know what's going on. They've been trying to fool us for generation after generation. Climate change is now, what was it before? I said it on a video earlier on. They started with, what was it? Oh, God knows, ozone layer. In 10 years, everything is going to go. In 3 or 5 years, it's all going to, yeah, of course it is, mate. Of course it is. Yeah, what are you going to do? Tell us what we need to do. Yeah, oh, we'll do everything that you say. Yeah, it worked. We fooled them again. Acid rain. Oh, my God, acid rain. We're all going to, oh, what do we do? Stranglehold them again, do everything that you want, make money from them and charge them again, and taxes go up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, anything else? Oh, yeah, there's going to be no land, all the water, ice, melts. They're all going to melt, all the house caps, and we need to do this and we need to charge you all. Yeah. You guys are amazing at future reading, aren't you? Yeah, of course you are. Or you are amazing gone off on one, haven't I? Anyway, I get into hospital, I have my operation, and I wasn't able to help Shirley at all from that moment on. I realized at that point that my brainwashing of what my teachers and what my bosses and what everybody told me that I had to do was an absolute lie, and it actually makes us sick, it makes us ill, it makes us have accidents, it makes us not live a healthy and balanced life. Now, I'm not saying stop and go to your boss and saying I'm not doing this anymore and I come in when I want to come in. What I'm trying to say is that don't ever let time take over your life. Don't let it be the master of your life. So you do to the best of your ability, but you do not let time start to tell you that you need to risk your life, that you need to risk your health and your well-being for time. Time is an illusion, it's a lie, it's a deceit, and it has been manipulated every day, all the time, with Big Ben making sure in England that you look at the time and you make sure you arrive at work on time because you are a slave. But mostly, time kills our time here, our experience here, our life here. So everything moves as it's meant to. The sun comes up, the moon comes up, everything is as it should be. If you can live like animals that don't exist to that energy, okay, yeah, the sun comes up, sun comes down, and we go to sleep. Of course we do. So we go with the rhythm of the universe and how it works, how Mother Earth tells us to wake up because the sun's out and enjoy the sun. Yeah, get all that cream all over you. Oh, I've got cancer. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that, mate. It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, keep that cream going on. Yeah, that's right. So it's something that we need to look at in life. And I think that a good start is to see if you really are imprisoned with time. So here's a really, really easy little trick to see how and if time is controlling you. So what I'd like you to do is get a clock, okay? Just any clock, and I want you to put it in front of you, okay? And sit it in front of you so you can see the clock. And then what I'm going to ask you to do, you don't need to put music on, you just need to put the clock there. I want you to look at the time of the clock, and then what I'd like you to do is when you see the time and you focus on the time, then close your eyes. And what I'd like you to do is fully disconnect from time and from reality and just be at peace in yourself and just enjoy your moment inside you, okay? Now, at the first point that your mind says to you, open your eyes, that's enough. I want you to do that and open your eyes and see the time which has passed. So if you say, look at the time, and now it's here 6:45 nearly, okay? And I close my eyes and it's is it 6:45 or quarter? Yeah, 6:45, okay? And then eventually, okay, all right, I couldn't, my mind was all over the place telling me, wake up, open my eyes, I can't concentrate. Open your eyes straight away and look. And if it's 1 minute, if it's 2 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, just look at that and just think to yourself, that, my dear friends, is your mind. And your mind only allowed you 4 minutes, 5 minutes to be in peace with yourself. So that means your mind is in control of you, and all it allows you is those moments, them minutes, and that is something that should send shivers down your spine, right? You might say, oh yeah, but I don't want to sit in silence and I need to do this, I need to do that. Okay, that's your mind. Your mind's telling you, and your mind's saying you are not allowed this time. That's enough. That's as much time as I'm letting you have. Now get on and do something else. Do something else. When I was riding down that mountain, what I should have done is slowed down. I should have said, stuff time. I'll get there when I can, in the most safest environment I can. But I didn't listen. My mind was stronger than my heart, because at a point I should have known that to slow down anyway, because going 50 mile an hour down a mountain is crazy. I should have just stuck to the 30 or 20 maximum. And if I did, and I slipped, it wouldn't have been such a big deal after all. But actually, I probably wouldn't have done if I'd have gone slower. You might argue the fact that it would have happened, but I don't think so. It was because I was going so fast. So it's something to look at. It's something to think about. And I believe 90% of humanity has been bought up. It's been programmed into time. So if this little video serves you well, and gives you a golden nugget of thoughtful truth, think about it, sit down, digest it, maybe try that little trick, and then say to yourself, you don't have control of me. My spirit is free. My spirit decides what I want to do, not you. You're just a program. All you are is a computer that has been fed and programmed information that what you should and shouldn't do. It's time to unlearn and unprogram this illusion that these psychopaths who claim to be elites tell you how to live and what to do. It's time to break free, start again, and find your own path, your own journey, and find your own peace, and find the balance of this path and this journey that you're on as an experience to your heart's flow, your spirit's flow, not the brain and not somebody telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Nobody has the power over you. Begin today. There's no such thing as time. It's an illusion.